Hello, and welcome to Stretching the Word. I'm your host, Sister Valerie, and not today, devil, just not this year. Lust. Wow. Immediately when you say the word lust, everybody's mind and imagination start, because we are only human. So, lust, one word, desire. Now, what you and I do with that desire is left totally up to us. We're only human, so God does not intend for us to go around, walking around like this. We can't. So when we see a nice woman or a nice man, beautiful or handsome, it's okay to look. It's okay to give a compliment, But we have to learn to be men and women, gentlemen and ladies. And we have to learn to keep our minds reeled in and not go to thug and thugettes. You say, you can compliment. You don't get out of place or, go there with a person because we are ladies and gentlemen. So we can look at a man or look at a woman and admire them for what they're wearing or how nicely they're groomed. We are allowed to do that. So once again, lust, it's a desire. So we can take it good or we can take it bad. Now, most of the time we hear or think about lust, we take it to the bad end of the stick. So when we take it to the bad end of the stick, it becomes a sinful longing, the inward sin, which leads to the falling away from God. See, when we get beyond, then we go into, it can lead to all type of pervertedness. Sexual abuse, pervertedness, pornography. It just can go totally wrong, totally sinful when we let it go there, because the mind is a terrible thing. It don't even have to be on drugs. The mind is just a terrible thing. When you start desiring something and your mind takes you to the wrong place with it, and you're constantly thinking on it, and you're constantly thinking on it, and you're constantly thinking on it, then the mind tells you, oh, you can do that. Oh, you can act on that. And that's when we cross that line, when people begin to cross that line. No means no. That does not belong to you. You cannot have that. That's inappropriate. No means no. But it starts with the mind. Because that desire in the mind, you're sitting there fantasizing. You're sitting there, dreaming. You can't get this image out of your mind of what you would like to do with a particular person or to a particular person. That's the wrong form of lust. That's the sinful nature. And like I said, if you don't control that, it leads to pervertedness, it leads to pornography, it leads to molestation, it leads to rape. Because now your desire has become so great till you can't control it, and because you think that you can just do what you want to do to whomever. But, so we're going to go to Matthew 5:28. That's Matthew 5:28. Because as I stated, God doesn't have a problem. He made us beautiful. He made us to be looked at and admired, not to be sinfully desired, but to be looked up on. That was 5:28. In a good way, in a good sense, because he created us beautifully. But now, Matthew 5:28, it says, BBE version. But I say to you that everyone whose eyes are turned on a woman with desire has had connection with her in his heart. So immediately, you look according to the BBE version. The first look, as I've always been told, first look is legal, because like I said, God gave us eyes. We can look, we can admire. We used to get to staring and staring and staring, and then when your mind go to, oh wow, I would, it's time to stop looking, period. It's time to reel that in. So, the word of God says, look upon a woman. But we as women, we can also get out of place. We can also have a sinful desire toward a man. Don't be deceived. Women have sinful thoughts toward men as well. So remember, it's okay to look upon a person, to admire them, because God created us beautiful. It's not okay to take that lust and turn it into something perverted.